All right, guys, go ahead and get your book out. It is the book 4. It's with the toucan on it. So you need to get the toucan book out. And you can open that page to page 12. Yes, page 12. You want to go to page 12. Nope, it's the toucan one, Harlow. It's the jungle one. That one should have gone home already. Nope, that's not it, Harlow. It's this one right here.
Miss Fullerton?
Yes, Harlow?
I don't know if I have it.
Did you accidentally take it home during the snow week? Okay, so what's going to happen is you're probably going to need to watch the screen, okay? Probably need to watch the screen. Rolando?
What page is it again?
Page 12, sweetie. Page 12. Yep, that's it. We're talking about biographies. Yep, that's it. You found it, Harlow? Okay, so those books that you pulled out.
I found it. Miss Adams School gave me hers.
Okay, so the books that you pulled out that are not the right ones, Harlow, you need to take them home, okay? So later on after the reading lesson, go ahead and take those into your locker after the reading lesson, okay? Okay. All right. I believe everybody is on here. Yep. All right, so Miss Felinda is going to go ahead and start, and we're going to do our vowels, our high frequency words, and spelling words, okay? So remember to keep yourselves muted. You can still repeat them, and I have them posted. Looks like Mrs. Auskell has posted or turned on the projector so that you can see it in a bigger picture. So it's a better, bigger picture, okay? All right, so we're going to go ahead and go over our vowels. You ready? A, E, I, O, U. And then now we're going to do our high frequency words. Before, example, form, morning, order, store, story, those, word, work. All right, so now we're going to do our spelling words, and these spelling words for this week. So Miss Felinda is going to be posting these so that we have them for a rainbow write in our stations. So I'll be doing that in your inbox in Seesaw. So after this lesson, Miss Felinda will post it. So here are spelling words: chore, glory, storm, north, store, thorn, morning, snore, stork, warn. All right, so those are our high frequency words and vowels and spelling words this week. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next thing. So our spelling words this week are R-controlled vowels, O-R and O-R-E, which means O-R and final E. So you saw a lot of our spelling words had like store, like I went to the store for groceries. It ends with O-R-E. And then we have words like stork, like an animal stork. It's like a crane, almost like a tall bird. And it has the OR in it. And so most of our words are going to have OR 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 and final E. And so we are going to introduce that. So let me go ahead and share that with you. All right, so here is a picture of an organ, and it's an instrument, a string, and it's not a string instrument, but it's like a piano. And so these are mainly in churches, and so they use them a lot in churches when they sing songs. So we're going to listen to the sounds of or. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to mute myself so it doesn't echo.
Organ. Listen to the first sounds. Organ begins with a vowel plus R. Listen again. Organ. Or. The letters OR stand for or in words. Together, let's say the sounds and then name those letters. Or. O-R. Or. O-R. What do you hear at the beginning of organ? Or. What is the first spelling you see for or? O-R. Now look at the next spelling. The vowel plus R pattern, O-R-E, at the end of a word or syllable also stands for or. The E is silent.
All right, guys. So it says here, it says the word organ begins with the R-controlled vowel sound or. Remember, an R-controlled vowel sounds is neither a long nor a short sound. Say the R-controlled vowel sound with me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Or. Good job. So it says the letters or can stand for the R-controlled vowels or at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of a word. This is the letters or with the final E stands for the R-controlled vowel sound or also, just like in the video, right? So we see the video. It says with R-controlled vowels, the final E is silent and does not signal a long vowel sound. The silent E has lots of jobs. Here it tells the reader that the sound for final E in horse is with an S and not with a Z sound. Because sometimes, how many of y'all heard of the S sound like a Z sound? So like when a lot of them do that. So it's tricky. But with the final E attached to it, it tells us that the S sound is S and not a Z sound. Now, can you think of other words with the sound or? What other words have the sound or in it? Clinton?
Orange.
Say it again, sweetie.
An orange.
Orange. Good job. What's another one? That one hasn't been heard before. Bella Bright. What's something that we eat with that has prongs at the end and we can fit with our food?
Fork.
A fork. Good job. All right. Harlow, do you have one? Did your hand get raised, sweetie? I'm not sure if I saw your hand. Oh, I think it's Landon's hand. That's okay. I'm sorry. Landon?
Store.
Store. Yeah. Good job. Let's see. Who else has one? what about when we go in our directions on our compass rose? It has the or sound. It starts with an N. Christopher? Christopher?
North.
North. Good job. That's the direction of north. What about what we eat at the movie theater? Harlow?
Popcorn.
Popcorn. What about what the weatherman gives us? Jorge?
Miss Winter, what do you say again?
I'm sorry, sweetie.
What do you say again?
What do I say? Oh, so like if the weatherman gives us something, what is that something for the weather? It's called a weather.
Weather chart.
Almost, but it starts with an F. A weather. Rolando?
Forecast.
Forecast. Yeah, good job. We did a good job, guys. All right, so we're going to keep moving on. So we're going to watch a video of how you can correctly say the word or, right? Because we always need to make sure that we are saying it correctly when we pronounce words with O-R, right? So let's go ahead and listen to a video of a kid saying it. It's really super fast. Oops. There we go. All right, give me a thumbs up if you can see the kid's mouth. It almost looks like a YouTube video, but he's pronouncing the word or, okay? So let's listen.
I can't see. Or.
Maddox, you can look at the video at on the projector screen. That will probably help best. Oh, you can see now, sweetie? All right, I'm going to replay it so that you can see it again because it's super quick.
Or.
So you want to make sure that your mouth has an O shape to it when you're saying the word or. Okay, good job. All right, so we are going to go ahead and move on to our next thing. We are looking at our skill for this week, or just for today. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and share that with you. All right, give me a thumbs up if you can see our poster. It may need to load for you at some point. So on this poster, we have ideas and support. When authors write to persuade, which means to change your mind, they want readers to do or believe something. So here you would add your opinion, and an opinion is what does the author think or feel? And so some sentence starters you may want to use when you use an opinion sentence is I think, or I believe, or I feel, or I think hamburgers is the best ever. So that could be a sentence. Or I think hamburgers are better than pizza. And so that's an opinion sentence because Miss Fullington started with I think, right? Or I believe hamburgers are best than pizza. And so you would use that statement or those sentence starters to help you form your opinion sentence. So your opinion sentence also needs to have reasons. What reasons support the opinion? So look for facts or things that can be proven. And so this is where you'll do some of your research and you would use facts. So like if you're doing an informational text, so you'll say, I think penguins are better than ducks. And this is where you will research on Epic about facts about penguins and facts about ducks and which one is better. And that's your reasons, right? Then your reasons need to have examples. And what examples or details tell more about the reasons? So if I were to say penguins live in the cold weather, I would have to give an example of how the penguin would live in the cold weather and if ducks can survive that cold weather. And so I would have to prove that and give examples of why ducks would not survive in that cold weather like penguins do. And so this is where you would find you would do research on EPIC and find books about penguins and ducks too. So with this being said, we're going to practice finding ideas and supports or opinion sentences and reasons and examples in a biography. And a biography is when a person is writing about someone else's life. And so let me go ahead and share that with you. And you should have this page open in your book on page 12. If you haven't done so, you might want to do that and get a tracking device of some kind. So like your finger, a pencil, an eraser that's going to help you keep track of things. You can use the Elmer's glue. Just make sure the top stays on it, Harlow, okay? Like maybe a bookmark might be best too to keep track of things. That can be better, Harlow. That's a lot better, okay? Yes, Maddox? Did you have a question, Maddox?
Do I have GT on Wednesday?
No, you will not have GT, baby, because they're doing some testing. So that was in our announcements this morning, okay? So this week you'll have a normal week with no GT, okay? All right, so on page 12 through 13, this is what we're going to be looking at. Get to know biographies, right? And so right here it says, I will read to find out what the reviewer thinks about biographies and the reasons for his opinion. So we're going to find out why this little boy, what this little boy thinks about biographies, and he's going to give his reasons or his opinion about biographies, okay? So let's go ahead and listen to get to know biography. So make sure that you have a tracking device because we are going to be listening to a person read this to us, okay? So if you look at the title, Get to Know Biographies, it says here that this text is an opinion essay. So it says right here, what do you think an opinion essay is? So what's an opinion? Is it a true fact or is it what someone thinks or believes? Rolando?
Someone thinks.
What he thinks? Is that what you said? You're absolutely correct. And remember our anchor chart, Rolando, we said that that's what the author thinks or feels about a topic, right? Good job. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to what this little boy has to say about biographies, and he's going to give his reasons why.
Short read. Get to know biographies. Biographies are a type of informational text. They tell about real people's lives. Alex wrote his opinion about biographies to share with his class. The elements of a biography. Important dates and events. Place of birth. Childhood and family information. Problems or challenges. Why the person is important.
All right, so my question for you is, what is Alex's essay about? What is Alex's essay about? That's the little boy's name. What is his essay about? Mackenzie?
The elements of biography?
Yeah, it's about a biography. Good job. And it says, why did he write this essay? What did he want to do? What did he want to share with the readers? Maddox?
He wanted to show what the element of biography is about.
He wants to share what, sweetie, about biographies?
The element of civil.
The elements of biography? You're close, but it's in that second sentence with the white letters in the red box.
He wants to share it with his class.
What does he want to share with his class, though? What does it say in that sentence?
He wants to share his opinion about biographies.
He wants to share his opinions about biographies. Good job, Maddox. It does say that and get others to read them. So he thinks that biographies are pretty cool, and so he wants to make sure that everybody else is reading these biographies. Good job, Maddox. Go ahead and put yourself on mute, sweetie. All right, so it says the elements of biographies. What does this explain? What does it tell us? So Mackenzie said the elements of biographies. So what does the elements of biographies in that blue Post-it note, what does it explain?
Miss Wellington, I can't see. All I see is a gray screen.
Do you see a big, do you see the big screen on the wall? You can be able to see that too. That will help you. So what do the elements, the boxes in the, under the elements of biography in the blue Post-it note, what do they explain for us in biographies? What do they tell us? Bella Bright, what does it tell us? So what does it tell us in biographies? You need some help, Bella Bright? Okay. Does anybody else know what the elements of biography shares with us, Rolando? What it is? It does tell us what it is, but it also gives us information. So remember, it gives us important dates. It gives us events, the place of birth of that important person, right? What else does it share with us? What does that third box say? The third box. Mackenzie?
Children and family information.
So it's childhood, but yeah, you're right. Childhood means what happened in your as a child, what happened in your life. But ask also your family information. What else does it share with us? What does that fourth box say? Jorge?
Why the person is important.
Why the person is important. There's one more. There's a box above that one, the last one. Harlow?
Problems or challenges.
Yeah, it's definitely going to share some of those problems and challenges. So let's keep reading on page 13. So we're reading at the very top where it says, why I like reading biographies. And so you want to put your tracker right there, and we're going to listen to why he likes reading biographies. So Miss Flington's going to mute herself so it doesn't happen. Okay? So make sure that you don't touch your
Why I Like Reading Biographies by Alex Lewis. I think biographies are the best kind of book. You can learn so much from them. I like to read them to learn about real people and about history. I read a biography about the pilot Amelia Earhart. I learned how much she did in her life. She bought her first airplane only a few months after her first flying lesson. In 1932, she became the first woman to fly by herself across the Atlantic Ocean. I like that biographies can teach us so many different things. I learned about civil rights when I read about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I read about the ways Dr. King helped people get the same rights. As you can tell, I love biographies. If you like learning about real people in history, read some biographies. I think you'll be a fan of them too.
So based off of what we just read as readers, how does Alex feel about biographies? How does he feel about biographies, Aaliyah?
This is like
I'm sorry, sweetie. Make sure that your neighbor's volume is turned down.
it feels like
How do you think he feels? By looking at his picture, how do you think he feels?
he loves them.
He likes them all. In fact, when he says right here in the last paragraph, as you can tell, I love biographies, right? This is what he says. He loves biographies. So he says they are the best kind of books. Is this a fact or an opinion? If he thinks these are the best kind of books. Landon? Oh, Landon left the meeting. I'm sorry, Landon. Is this a fact or an opinion? He said these are the best kinds of books. Clinton?
Opinion.
Why do you think that might be an opinion, sweetie?
Because some people don't like
Yeah, because some people may not like those, right? Some people may like comic books or picture books or other chapter books, but not biographies. Good job, Clinton. So what does Alex want you to do as a reader? What does he want you to do? What did he say in that last sentence of his whole essay? So right here it says, what does he think about readers? What should they do? Yeah, so he thinks he might be a fan too. So does that mean he wants you to read them or doesn't want you to read them?
He wants you to.
Yeah, he wants you to. He's trying to persuade you, right? Mm-hmm. Good job, guys. All right, so what we're going to be doing is two things. So you can go ahead and close your book and quietly listen to what Miss Fullington's going to say, because we're going to do two things today for reading. And we might be doing two things for reading every day this week because we are working on our first ever writing paper. So we're going to write an entire paper on our own, but we're going to do it step by step. And so Miss Fullington is going to go ahead and show you what you'll be doing in writing today. So I'm going to take it really slow so that we can understand. So make sure you have no distractions. Your hands are in your lap and you're not messing with any kind of books or pencils, because this one you're going to do on your own. So Miss Fullington's going to show you how your writing is going to look like, because we're going to do some writing journals, right? And so that's it. It's a writing project. So Mrs. Auskell is passing this out for you. Once you get it, get a pencil and put your first and last name at the very top. So if we turn this in, you are able to, you put it at the very top, Clinton. That way we can see whose writing project this is. At the very top. Put your name nice and neat so that we know whose writing project packet this is. So Melanie, since you're online, sweetie, I'm going to show you how you're going to do yours in Seesaw. Everybody else is going to do it on their paper. So in Seesaw, Melanie, how you're going to do this is you're going to go to activities. And it's right here where it says writing project day 1. So it says this week we'll be working on a week-long writing project using the things we learned from empowering writers. Please make sure to complete each item each day. Today's assignment is to create a list of things you know about friends, and then creating your own pillar by using the summarizing framework that you should be familiar with. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what your pages are. So guys, if you have your packet, you should be on this first page right here. You can turn to your first page and you should have this listing page on here. Yep, that's it, Harlow. Yep, that's it. So remember, we did this in Empowering Writers. Remember, we did one together about dogs. And so you're going to do one about friends. So you're going to tell me how a friend is, what a friend is, what do you do with your friends. So those are some things that you can list on this list, right? And remember, at the very bottom, when you're done with that entire list, you are going to complete your 2 main ideas. So remember, you need to make sure that your main ideas do not overlap, which means they are not the same thing. Okay, so on this case, you will pick 2 things you want to talk about friends, 2 topics you want to talk about friends, and you're going to put them on the 2 main ideas at the very bottom. Okay. When you're done with this page, go ahead and flip your page, guys, the packets, to this example. This is what your pillar is going to, your summarizing framework is going to look like when you're done. But we're going to take this step by step, and we're only going to do the main idea, reason number 1, main idea, reason number 2, and maybe 4 details for each main idea. So you're going to give me 4 examples or 4 things you want to talk about in each main idea. So here's what I'm talking about. Go ahead and flip your page again. And this is what we're going to be working on. So you do see this yellow box right here. So we're only going to do 2 details, not 4. So Miss Fullington was wrong. So you see here where it says introduction and conclusion. We'll work on that later. So you're going to skip that. We're going to do main idea number 1, main idea number 2. When you get those 2 sentences down, you are going to write your details about your main idea number 1. So if Miss Fullington is talking about dogs and she wants to talk about, have you heard of training your dogs? So Miss Fullington is going to talk about 1 thing I can train my dog here and another thing I can train my dog here. So you're talking about friends and you're going to tell me 1 detail about how you're going to talk about friends here and 1 detail that you're going to talk about friends here. So it should be sentences in this case. Remember that Friday we worked on sentence starters. Remember those sentence starters that we used? So you can go into Friday's assignment. And remember Miss Fullington has, so right here it says Friday 226. Remember where it says the blurb words? Remember not to use these words right here. You can look at the pages for these just by clicking on the pictures. But here are some sentence starters that you may use to make your sentences more interesting. That was on Friday's assignment. So if you need some sentence starters, you may want to look at this 2 pages right here, because that's going to help you engage the reader into wanting to read your paper. Remember to grab their attention. And these are some sentence starters you may use to start your main idea reasons. Okay, so that's on this assignment right here. It says Friday 2-6 main idea reason blurbs into sentences. Click on the pictures and you have your blurb words right there not to use, and you also have your sentence starters you may choose from. So in this case, you will use 2 of these sentence starters because you need 2 main idea reasons, right? So right here on our writing project, let me go back to this. When you're done with these 2 pages, because remember, the second one is just an example of what yours is going to look like, right? So right here it says, if Miss Fullington's talking about her house, my first main idea reason is my living room. So here's some things that I'm going to be talking about. So since there's 4, I'm going to eliminate this one and this one because I'm only going to be talking about 2 things. So I'm going to be talking about my couch and my TV. My main idea reasons number 2 was my room because it's also in my house. So I'm talking about my bed and my stuffed animals. So in this case, you're going to talk about something about friends here and something about friends here, and then 2 details that relates to your main idea. It can't be a completely different topic because then it wouldn't make sense and it wouldn't flow right. So you're going to practice doing this on these 2 pages. Once you're done, Melanie, you're going to press the green check mark. And those of you who have the packets, I want you to turn this into Mrs. Ausgul, and she will keep them. And then tomorrow we'll pass them back out again. And then we'll work on day 2 of the writing project, okay? Does anybody have any questions on this assignment? So we're not done yet. So I see that Mackenzie has a question.
Do we have to do the second page?
Which one's the second page? Is it the example? No. The example is just for you to get an idea of how your summarizing framework is going to look like. So it's just to help you. So you don't need to do anything on that page. It's just a guide to help you. So Miss Fullington and Miss Fullington work together to do this. Okay. Isabella Bright, did you have a question? I saw you raised your hand.
What pages?
So you're going to do pages 1 and pages 3 because pages 2 is just to help you. Okay. So you don't need to do anything on page 2. You'll skip it. Okay. So page 1 and page 3 is what you're going to be working on. Maddox, did you have a question, sweetie?
Yes.
What was your question?
Do we do the thing you're presenting on the packet?
Oh, in Seesaw, you mean? No, you won't do it in Seesaw. So in-person kiddos that has the paper packet, you will only do it on the paper. You don't have to do it in Seesaw, okay? This is only for Melanie because Melanie's not in person, so she needs something to work on her work and on the writing project, okay?
Miss
Mackenzie?
Fullington,
Yes, Melanie?
tomorrow I'm going to school.
Are you really? Are you going to be in person for the rest of the year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, so we'll get you a packet ready with your name on it, okay? Oh, I'm so excited. Huh? I'm sorry.
But if it if it's like cold, I'm not gonna be able to come.
Okay.
Cold.
Okay, I don't think it's going to be cold. I think it's just going to be a little, I think it's going to clear up and it's going to be sunny. So you should be okay, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Yay, I'm so excited. So Melanie's going to be joining us in person. So Miss Auscol, if you can write Melanie's name on one of those packets for tomorrow, then you can put it to the side and collect it with the rest of the kiddos. That way she has her packet for tomorrow.
But I'm gonna be car rider.
A car rider. Is it all year, sweetie, or is it just for tomorrow?
I'm gonna be all car rider.
All year?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're going to show you how you're going to line up at the end of dismissal. So my car riders will help you get to your car. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Good. That's awesome. All right, Mackenzie, what was your question on this writing?
Do we have to do the whole page of this? Or fill in these?
I would like you to so that you have more options. So if you run out of ideas for one main idea reason, you can erase it and go to another one that you've listed. That way you have a lot more options to choose from, okay? That's the best thing to do. All right, so in your second assignment in Seesaw, it's super easy. It's all it is spelling and high frequency words. So Miss Wellington's going to show you this one right here. So in Seesaw, let me go ahead and share that with you. After you're done with your writing assignment, you will go to this next step. This is your next step after writing the writing project. So after the writing project assignment, you're going to go over here into Seesaw, and it says Monday, March 1st, spelling and high frequency words. You're going to add a response, and you are going to complete this assignment here. It says circle the word that best completes each sentence. So you're going to read this sentence and circle the high frequency word that best fits that sentence. Now this bottom one says, what word do you think it is? Finish this story using 2 new words from the box. So there's some two words in the word bank that you will not use, and you're going to help finish the story. So if you read all those sentences and they're correct, it's going to make a story, and you got to read the story to figure out what those 2 words mean in the story, okay? And in the second page, you're going to sort words with OR and final E. So you're only going to use the basic words, not the review words, only the basic. And so you're going to put OR only here and OR final E words here. When you're done, you're going to press the green check mark, and then you can start your reading stations, okay? And so Miss Wellington's also going to put in the inbox those spelling words for the Rainbow Write station, okay? So that way those kiddos can use the spelling words to practice spelling words, okay? All right, guys, if you don't have any more questions, go ahead and start doing the writing project assignment and then the spelling and high frequency words assignment, okay, guys? And Melanie, I will see you in person tomorrow, okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Miss Wellington,
Yes, Maddox?
me and Rolando and Clinton
Yes.
saw Melanie last year because she was in our class.
Oh, so that should be exciting, a reunion, right? All right, Harlow, what's your question, babe?
It's not really about the seesaw activity.
Okay.
I have to go to church early at 9 o'clock because we talked to the one of the persons that are in the band.
Mhm.
We talked to them and the church at 9 o'clock because I'm going to practice a song and I'm going to sing it.
Oh, that's exciting. So when's that going to happen?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Next Sunday.
Oh, next Sunday you're going to be singing. Oh, that's exciting. So you're going to be out of your comfort zone a little bit, right? You're taking a risk.
What about the group? Did you need one of the
Do what, sweetie?
one of the groups?
What group?
Like
Oh, the reading group? Well, for today, I want you to start your writing project first, and then we'll see about meeting this week about it because it'll be too much work. Okay? All right. Thank you. I'll see you later. Bye.